The creation of universe was held as a mystery, as different civilizations from the ancient times have different beliefs as what the beginning was or how it all started. Like the ancient Hindus believe that it all started from nothingness, and from nothingness an energy emerged from where everything began. If you like this video, consider liking and subscribing to the channel. The Hindu creation story suggests that at first there was nothing but an empty void. This void of nothingness predated time, space, and reality itself. As the hymn of Veda says, at first there was only darkness wrapped in darkness. All this was only a cosmic water. The one which came to be, enclosed in nothingness, arose at last, born of power, of knowledge. And thus from the darkness the primordial light of Brahman appeared. This primordial force formed within itself, and Brahma, the first god, emerged. Brahma was the god of all creation and was one of the three most powerful gods of Hinduism, the other two being Vishnu and Shiva. Then Brahma created the heavens and the earth from his divine knowledge. After that he formed himself into two beings, a male and a female, and copulated, which gave birth to the first human beings, the holy sages. Then he formed into bull and a cow, and calves were born, and then lion and lioness, and cubs were born, and so on. He repeated the process and created every living creature in the earth. Another story suggests that Brahma was not the first god to exist, but rather Vishnu. The story begins with an infinite ocean made of primordial waters, and on it floated Anantashesha, or eternal serpent. As the eternal serpent called on the primordial seas, Vishnu rested on him, and from Vishnu's navel sprung a lotus, and as the lotus bloomed, Brahma emerged. Here Brahma, seated on his divine lotus, sang the holy songs of the Vedas, and took 3 petals from the divine lotus and formed the heavens, the earth, and the underworld. There is also another story where it says everything that came to existence came from a primordial egg known as Hiranyagarbha, which roughly translates to the golden womb. And this was the source of all creation, which had the primordial elements and created all beings, including the gods and the whole of the universe. It cracked open, and from inside the gods and the whole universe emerged. But why there are so many different creation stories of a single culture? The ancient Greeks had only one story that said that everything came from chaos. The Vikings also had one creation myth, that everything came from the wall tree Yggdrasil, and even the Holy Bible refers to the genesis of how God created the universe in 7 days. But the ancient Hindus had many creation stories that it's almost strange and weird to think about it. But the fact is, in Hinduism there is no one creation, but many, thus the many stories. You see, the Hindus didn't believe in one creation of the universe, but rather a series of many universes being created and destroyed. They believed that the creation and ending of the universes was eternal and cyclical, that when one universe is ending, another is forming. The god Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva played a key role as they continued the eternal cycle. As Brahma creates the universe, Vishnu preserves it, and finally Shiva destroys it. This is the great cyclical duty of the great gods who exist beyond time itself. These are the stories that make ancient cultures like Hinduism distinct and unique.